Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday Eve to you all. Welcome back. How you doing, Terry? So neutralizing. Definitely, man. I am tired. I keep telling myself to get more rest and like get rest as much as I can and like go to bed early. But you know, I think trying to get things done and trying to do as much as you can, you're a bit limited. We've had that conversation before. Surprised J2Sen's video wasn't more rage towards Crucial Micron than it was, as they have been giving him. My monitor has been acting up here. Giving him and buying their M.2s and RAM kits the last year or two, when they know that it was basically Crucial was gonna be coming to an end, and they kept on selling stuff to him. I read about that this morning. I was actually really surprised that that was what was happening. How's it going, Jolin? Happy Friday Eve, man. I'm unplugging my third monitor here. I'm reading up on some reviews for ARC Raiders because I've been seeing it's been catching a lot more content. The only downfall is like I've been looking at it and seeing the people that are making the content, and it kind of pulls me away from doing stuff like that because of just the people that are streaming it. I'm just reading this this review here. Somebody's put 235 hours into it, and they gave it a positive review, but they said for the first 2-3 weeks, Arc Raiders was that rare case, a game about raids, atmosphere, and survival. Now most matches feel like an arena for aggressive streamer content and other content creators where a normal player is just expendable. That sucks. I think I gotta fix my monitor over here. It's acting up on me. Crucial is screwing us all. Oh my god, dude. Like when I read up on that, I was really surprised that that's what they were gonna do. And now they're going towards AI, and now I think I'm hoping some tech bros out there are realizing like what AI is doing, and it's a neat thing, but at the same time, I was just reading an article today about how much like AI is not even profiting companies right now. They're making this giant bet on them, saying, oh, in 2030 you're going to see the revenue come back. So right now there's like trillions of dollars put into AI with no revenue coming back until 2030. And they put in like what, just a wild amount, and they're betting on it all. And I hope it's a bad thing overall. I can't even say like I hope it comes out in fruition, because to bet so much on that and so much money on that, okay, the monitor, although it's kind of like flipped over, but that's all that matters. Let me let's see here. Everything's mixed up here. That goes there. That goes there. Especially that the Nvidia thing is a pretty FU to the customer side, but Crucial doing this now only to sell to businesses. Really getting back into retail when they decided to come back. You know, again, like the big bet on like, oh, we're gonna bet on AI and go with the business, and who cares about the consumers? I think the consumer part plays a big role. I think that I'm bringing up my monitors again here. Everything got screwy. That goes there. That goes there. This goes... Okay. When a bit ago, looking on my used parts forum, 2 pages with a lot of crucial stuff for sale. Also of note, a lot of folks selling their DDR5 RAM. Wait, really? Why are people selling their DDR5 RAM? Oh, and the AMD price increase thing is apparently 2-phase increases, $40, then a while later, another $40. Like, is it safe to say inflated prices? That's what I feel like too. Like, that's what, like, the whole, this, like, the pricing that we're seeing right now that's happening to everybody, I feel like is happening because of inflation. Inflation, all that stuff. It's, like, that's the only thing I could think of. And it's a shame. Like, every business has to kind of bend their knee a bit to raising their prices. So my only real desire was the video cards upgrade for my system, and it might be the safest thing to do PC wise. I'm not sure how I'm gonna approach 2026 when it comes to PC parts and upgrading. I might not even, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that next year unless I get some benefit or some kind of some aid to help with it, but I don't know if the inflation and the prices being raised are going to help me go, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I can't, it's getting too expensive. Especially when I think the downfall is like you have this hobby of like everybody likes playing PC games, everybody likes playing console, everybody likes playing a video game. And now when that starts to become unaffordable, then what happens? You kind of run out of that hobby of playing games and enjoying games for what they were. Honestly, I'm back to advising people to shop around with SIs versus build its. I have to agree with you on that. Like the whole like, hey, what kind of PC should I get? Not one that you would build. Yes, it will be sad to say to folks, bye Adele. I can't. I actually don't even have a brand that I could reference or refer somebody to getting. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would buy a Dell. HP, maybe. Lenovo. No. No what? No what, Jolin? No, don't buy a Dell. Hmm. I hear Gateway make good PCs. Oh my god, I haven't heard Gateway in a long time. I don't know. Did my parents ever buy a Gateway? The box that looked like a cow? That's the one, right? Boo. No, friends do not let friends buy a Dell Alienware. Bring back the E-machines. Oh my god, E-machines. I remember when E-machines came to Walmart and we started selling them, and I was like, is this some weird like knockoff brand of PCs? E-machines and Acer. When Acer was like before it was Acer right now. When Acer first came out, when did Acer come out? It wasn't that long ago, right? When did Acer become a company? Founded as a multi-tech in 1976 in Taiwan. Oh, okay. Yes, 3 gigahertz CPU, Celeron. Acer's been making PCs since the late 90s. I didn't realize that Acer was around that long. I mean, when I was working at Walmart, that's when I started hearing about Acer. But I think that was more because of it started becoming a big, not necessarily a big name, but it became big in regards to like product wise and products at Walmart. The stuff that they were like, oh, we're gonna have to learn about this stuff, and you know, want to do that. And it was hard for me to, and it wasn't because I didn't bother looking for like Acer product information, because I mean I was just working at Walmart. I wasn't really big into PC building at that time too. I had already built my PC, so I was using that. But I don't think, like, when I heard Acer, I was just like, yeah, it's just another company. For retail, friends, GF now wife back in the Diablo early days had one that had a Cyrix 6X86 200 megahertz back in the day. Man, when computers were, the models and the naming schemes of computers and peripherals back then, I think it was always funny to see that back then. I think that it was that nostalgic 90s 80s kind of like numbering scheme, like the Turbo 2000 and stuff like that. I mean, we're still doing model numbers, but it's not as extravagant as it was back then, I feel. I'm letting some games update here. Hey, do not knock on my celery. That's funny. Is that what they call it? They call it celery, not celerons? I gotta passing this along to Molly here. I'm sure she's on right now watching, but oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, so my brother just messaged saying that my niece is coming down with a cold, and that if our youngest still wants to come over and stay warm until heading to school, then she can. Cyrex chips were interesting. Cyrex, that's what they were called? Cyrex chips? I mean, okay. The mukbang was done a little bit sooner. I had cooked food for the family, and it was, you guys have seen this before. It was the basic cabbage and pork dish. So you take cabbage, you just you rinse it, you cut it in quarters, and then you get them ready and on standby. You take, what are they? I guess they're called like the pork, like baby back pork rib, like that piece of the meat. You kind of chop it up, then you throw it in water, you boil it, and then you kind of maintain the flavors by just adding salt and maintain the nastiness. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like boiling pork, but you get like the nasty foam buildup of the of just I don't know what you would call it. The gunk, the oils, the ick, the ick of the pork, and you just keep boiling it until the tendon gets soft, and then you throw in the cabbage, and there you go. I mean, granted, cabbage isn't as nutritious as it should be because it's just cabbage and water, but whatever. It's still good. It's a basic dish. You throw in rice, you throw in the, I guess you could call it like a soup. It's a soup style pork and cabbage soup dish, and then you eat it like that. I always made the joke in the early 2000s that when a game server was wacky, they were hosting it on a dual Celeron 300A server. Mukbang that cold away. My niece, yeah. Oh, she's coming down with something. I'm sure my youngest gave it to her because she was sick. I bet you it was. You love your Celeron 300A? I gotta look that up. I don't remember what Celeron. That thing ran like it's hopefully it wasn't really on fire. Yo, Kier, how's it going? Happy Friday Eve to you, man. CPUworld.com. Wow, CPU-world. Well, I need a picture of this thing. Is that the slot? Hold on. So we got Celeron 300A. Is that what it looks like? Oh. I think I had it on an 8-bit motherboard. Well, I must say over the last 24 hours it's dropped around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius colder. We're in the negatives right now, negatives Fahrenheit, and so I can definitely feel the temperature difference in certain parts of the house. You know, when it's cold outside and you're like, I can't. Oh, actually, my feed is frozen. That's not what I'm supposed to be showing you guys. Weird. See if we can get this working. There. I don't know why that was like that, but yeah, this is. I was just looking to sell around here. But yeah. Celeron A was a DL3 cache Pentium 3. The 300A could OC like 100 or 2 to 300 megahertz higher to reach those close to Pentium 3 levels of performance. Did it survive that though? Yep, she was a beast. It's funny how we look back at those and we look at the type of memory and the speeds it had. And we're like, man, that thing was awesome back then. And then we look at what we have today and then we're like, that thing's a beast. And then they can't even do like the amazing computing power that it should. You still have yours? Really? In what condition and like how do you have it? Do you have it on display? Do you have it stored somewhere? I'm part tech hoarder. I am too. Just over the weekend when we went back home, I walked through some of our stuff that we have over at my parents, and sure enough, I saw my old NZXT case that I built from 2003. Was it 2003? No, it was I gotta take a look. Let me see. I don't remember what parts I think it has Windows XP in it, so it's gotta be 2003. See if I can find the case. It's in a box downstairs. Here we go. Looking for my old PC case. Oh, kind of like this, not really. Is this the NZXT 0? Nope, that's not it. Looks almost like it though. Yo, Hana, how's it going, man? Happy Friday Eve to you, buddy. I'm just looking at an old NZXT case that I had. We were going through some stuff at my my parents' old place, or my parents' place, and it wasn't the Phantom. I remember the Phantom. It was looked something similar to it. And I bumped into it. It's sitting in my old bedroom on the floor, and I have not powered that thing on in forever. Oh, this is the one. It was Alexa. This was the case I had. Okay, where'd it go? I just closed it. I did. This was the case that I had. Oh god, this is so tiny. This guy. I don't know if I can get a bigger picture of it. Thank you. Just like I had the next secret CPU of those early years, the AMD Duron 1 GHz, but also clock an additional 1 to 300 MHz and perform close to the Athon, part of the same speed and beat a lot of Intel offerings. I had mine paired up with the DDR1 RAM, which made it even more of a sleeper performance. It's funny again, like how we're talking about DDR1 when we're on DDR5, and jeez, technology advancements. Nice, yeah, I'm loving this MSI case, but it used so many cases in many years. I've stuck with a lot of MSI. I've done the Cooler Master. I've done the Be Quiet. NZXT I like. I don't think I've done a lot of MSI cases. I've done a lot of like MSI motherboards and GPUs, but I have not done. I don't think I've done an MSI case. NZXT cases were my go-to. Well, if I'm looking at something. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. The MSI case is the one I'm using in the new build. Don't you think it looks like a height? It does. When I saw that, I thought you were actually using a height case. So that's actually an NZXT case that you're using? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that one out here. The H6 flow. It looks very height like. MSI, yeah. Oh, MSI case. I'm sorry. I'm seeing one that's an NZXT that looks just like the one that you. Hold on, let me see here. I don't know why I was getting them mixed up as well. That looks almost like the NZXT one that I was just looking at too. Almost. Let's see what the height one. Let's see height. The Y60. That's the one that I like. The way the Y60 looks. NZXT's case almost looks like it as well, and then the MSI case that you're using. I don't know. Huh. My friend is sitting out on his garage his old beige Antec tower that he built for $4,500 back in the day with Intel 23 233 mmx and a SCSI hard drive and burner. Wow, $4,500. God dang, that was expensive back then. It's the Mag PV panel 100. Okay. I got a question for you guys. What kind of chair do you guys use for your computer chair? Like, do you guys do gaming, or do you guys do like just something that's comfortable? I think I've seen too many people try doing like gaming chairs, and for me, it doesn't feel comfortable. I don't like the way gaming chairs feel. I like the one that I had way back when, but I can't use that one. Somebody is using okay. What can I say? I'm curious if the height screen for the Y60 will fit in it. Let me see the Y60 case. You would have to get the screen. You'd have to get the one with the screen, right? It's the Y70. The Y70 has the screen. At least I think that's what it looks like here. Height has actually gone. It's come a long way with PC cases. I like how they have these themed for animes too, or in video games. They got some Persona 3, Gundam Wing. That's so cool. Whoa, that hurts my eyes. That's actually pretty cool. $500 for this though. That's expensive. That's really expensive. Yeah, they sell the screen saver. Okay. I'm using a comfy office one, but I need to replace it because it lowers. So oh, I've never had that happen before. I don't think I'm on my own personal ones. I don't think I've ever had it like drop like or fall, or the gas piston doesn't work anymore. Never had that happen. I want to say I think I've had it happen with like other like work computers or work chairs, but never on a personal one. And I wouldn't get a gaming chair. Gaming chairs are not comfortable. Maybe if I got like a Herman Miller one that's like PC gaming themed style, maybe. I think Steve from Gamers Nexus interviewed the high guy, and he co-designs the cases for them. Said the curves on the newly released case was for not only flow reasons, but also to buck the norm with everything cube squared off in the industry. It was like that when I got it. That's why I got it free. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the latest PC cases are like very round. Like this one here. Like this is a very interesting design. I like how they've like they are able to curve the edges and make it look pleasing. Like this is nice. It's a purple one. Oh wow. Ooh, that's nice. Hey honey, we should build you a computer. They have pink too. That's Pepto-Bismol pink. Dang, that is super pink. But I like the color. It's strawberry milk. Matcha. The purple? It's called taro milk. Oh, it froze. Hold on. Why is it frozen? The Abra meat is frozen. I don't know why it keeps freezing. I might have to... What did we have to do last time when it was freezing? I might have to restart my computer. Yeah, so there's the... I really like the colors. Yeah, now it's showing. I just looked over there. So we got taro milk, we got strawberry milk, and we got matcha. That's a very, very bright color. Maybe not the matcha. I don't know if I'd go with the matcha. Really nice cases though. So the X50 are the curved ones. The Y70s and the Y60s are they're kind of... I want to call them 45-degree angle cases. She likes the matcha flavor, but she doesn't... I don't know if she'd be a matcha colored fan. Ooh. This is a very blue case. Get both the Milky Y70 and Y70 Touch Infinite Display upgrade for just $399. Bummer. That's crazy. The display upgrade is $240. Oof. I don't know if I could do that. All right, I'm hoping the game or the signal for my game will continue to behave, because that's weird how it was messed up like that. I wouldn't touch any of their cases that are not full-size bays on them unless you're keeping everything all on the motherboard. Perhaps, maybe. I think if you're doing like a small build, then it would be, but you kind of have to have an idea as to what you want to do with it and where you're gonna go with it. I'm almost tempted to try launching the game and see if the capture card takes it or not. I feel like the capture card is acting up. Unless you want to pay for half slot parts. There's that. But aren't graphics cards all going to like 3 slot cards now? Oh, I think I saw that earlier. Sorry. Previous weight bound bought heavy duty office chairs. I just got this from Amazon back in July 23 and it's just started to break down a little. Oh yeah, the Amazon executive chair. We're close to buying something similar to that. But then I went with the chair that I have now because I can't buy a chair without trying it. I've looked at chairs online and I don't know if I could validate buying a chair without sitting in it and experiencing the comfort levels of the chair without making a purchase. It's gonna be hard for me. I don't know if maybe if it was one where I had like there was like a highly rated brand, maybe that would be something I would do, but I don't know if I could just buy a chair and be like, yeah, I'm cool with it and we're good. At the same time, there's the whole, you know, you could always return it and you would be okay on that part, but then dealing with the whole returning part, I don't think that's what I want to deal with. It's very comfy. It has the adjustable lumbar support in it that prevents you from slouching forward so much. Oh, nice. We're going to close that. We're gonna. I have my game on mute, so but let's just make sure that the game's not freezing up here. Red Bull challenges are happening right now. I need to get. I don't do battle royales, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the double XP, which is fine. I wanted to get more or less the tags and the decorations. I want to do this. Win a match in Conquest Breakthrough Rush Strike Team Deathmatch. Complete one event challenge to unlock. So, one event challenge? How do you... What event are they talking about? Event challenges. I guess this is the one they're talking about? I guess I should play Sabotage. I'm confused here. Complete one event challenges to unlock. I did. The only thing I did to it was getting the wheels upgraded, as suggested in the reviews on it to the rollerblade wheel sounds. Yeah, I did the same thing with mine here. So the game did freeze here, so I think that is going to be the streaming PC. So I'm gonna have to stop the stream. I'm gonna restart the computer and then we'll get that going. I remember this being the capture card having problems, so that's frozen. We'll get that going in a bit here. Hang tight, I'll be right back. We got to restart this.